Hello, I'm the CommanderZander. I remembered so the nostalgia critic doesn't have to. And neither should you. Well, the Belmont Stakes is this weekend, and unfortunately there will be no Triple Crown this year. But that won't stop me from reviewing a horse racing movie, Seabiscuit, the great horse of the Great Depression that inspired us all and made us forget that we were living miserable lives at the time. Starring the emo Peter Parker, aka Tobey Maguire. But can he fulfill a role that's not Spider-Man? Well, he'll give it a shot with Seabiscuit. But first, credit for the movie goes to Universal and DreamWorks. And no, this is not for monetary purposes. This is strictly for review. As many of you would love to see a horse racing movie, because you love to watch horse racing. So yes, Universal and DreamWorks are responsible for the movie. Who else am I forgetting? Oh yes, this company! What's his name? Oh, Spyglass Entertainment. Another fine company. Our story begins with, well, live photos of... Okay, would the narrator like to frickin' do the review for me? If there's one thing I can't stand, it's narrating in front of me.
It was the beginning and the end of imagination. All at the same
New York City in the Great Depression. Actually, before the Great Depression, because this takes place in 1910. And we see fine people making fine automobiles of the modern day at the time.
It needs spokes, same as the others.
No, they ought to make a better spoke.
Yeah? Then what would you do?
Why would you waste your pathetic life making cars? Actually, there's nothing wrong with that. I just find that fascinating. We then transition into a nice scenery that Bob Ross would paint in one of his grand paintings with the horse rider riding a horse. Whoa there, girl. Where the deer and the antelope play. I see we're going nowhere. Next! We then transition to... Oh, great. He's pondering his thoughts. Or playing some marble game. Who can tell? Seriously, this is how you spend your life in the 1910s? Why, when I was a young whippersnapper, I'd be watching television and enjoying stuff. A symbolic end to automobile industry at the time. And a line at the St. Jude's Community Kitchen. This must be the unemployed section. Boy, the Great Depression really did a number on these fine folks. There's Tobey Maguire. He's red. No, not Red Foreman, but red. So while these normal folks live a miserable life, Red here is fascinated by a horse. Is there anything in the world that you hate more than that horse? Need it by. Really? You know what the horse is all about? This is Seabiscuit. Hungry? What makes you think he's hungry? Oh, great. An apple. Red bonds with Seabiscuit, and of course, this leads to a wonderful marriage. And they're off! Oh, great. The guy from The Patriot. Not named Mel Gibson. By golly, you're looking at the next Triple Crown winner. I'm going to put my money on this guy, and I'm going to train him, and I'm going to make sure that he wins the Triple Crown for me, because he's going to make me rich beyond my wildest dreams.
Yeah, how fast?
Your horse just broke the track record of tampering.
Oh, boy.
Sometimes they just hanker for a little competition.
We finally get to... Ah, now we see why he's red, because he wears red. And they're off! And Seabiscuit's in the lead, followed by I don't give a shit, followed by who gives a fuck, followed by why the hell am I paying attention to this crap? And it's Seabiscuit making a run up to the rail. He's going along to the outside. He's following behind rear end here. And they're going through the furlong, and he's trying to make a move, and he can't make a move. Seriously, you can't make a fucking move? Come on, move around the goddamn horse. And they're going off and off to the races. Seabiscuit's running in second to dead last, and he gets pushed aside. And now he's running in the basement as Metermeyer runs past him. Now Seabiscuit's making a move up to the furlong. He's making a move to the backstretch. He's coming up to rear end. And he's improvising what's his name, and he's pushing him to the rail, and they're into the stretch, and then they go down the stretch they come, and it's Seabiscuit neck and neck with who gives a fuck, and they're riding off into the sunset. This is gonna be a photo finish. It's Seabiscuit running in second, and they're heading into the final stretch, and they're into the final turn, and it's Seabiscuit and who gives a shit running neck and neck, and they're gonna go down to the wire, and rear end makes a run, and I don't give a fuck, and who gives a fuck, and Seabiscuit's gonna fall all the way to the finish line in the basement. Yeah, clearly you don't know how to ride a horse. You don't go after the leader right away. They run out of energy, and then look where you end up finishing. You're the worst jockey in the history of mankind. You have cost this man $1 bazillion.